You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. One of the guys that we really haven't talked about much, and actually coming into the season was a bit maligned, was Cordale Flott. And everybody knew Stingley and Ricks could possibly be the best cover corner tandem in college football. I would argue they are. Well, no Derek Stingley. Now you got Ricks on one side and Dwight McGlothern on the other, and Flott has been your nickel, your slot cornerback. And I saw this today at ESPN.com. They listed the 10 breakout stars, is how they framed it, the 10 breakout stars of September. And there's some names that you probably recognize, like Tolia Tagovailoa. That's Tua's little brother, is on that list. He's had a great start to the season from Maryland. Jake Haener, the quarterback from Fresno State. They obviously had a close call against Oregon and then upset UCLA. Travion Henderson from the Ohio State running back, also they have on this list. Some names that maybe you don't know. Brock Bowers is the tight end from Georgia, who's had a pretty good start to this season as well. Jervon Dexter, the defensive lineman from Florida. A couple of edge rushers they have on the list from Penn State. Trey Williams from Arkansas they have on the list. And Justin Jacobs, the linebacker from Iowa, they have as a breakout star. And there's Cordale Flott from LSU. They list Cordale Flott as one of the breakout stars of September. And I'll just read the write-up very quickly. LSU slot corner Flott is the early candidate for most improved player in college football. Not cornerback, not in the secondary, not in the SEC, in all of college football. Get this. His 2020 true sophomore campaign was underwhelming. He earned a 54.6 coverage grade and allowed 656 yards, 6 touchdowns, and a 153 passer rating when he was targeted in coverage last year. This year, Flott has been downright stingy. His play recognition and feel for the position are as good as it gets. Flott has raised his coverage grade to 88.2, from 54.6 to 88.2. That is the highest among slot cornerbacks in the FBS. He's seen 17 targets, has allowed only 2 first downs, making 2 plays on the ball, and forcing 7 passing stops. Basically, don't throw it at Cordale Flott. Incredible turnaround for Cordale Flott this year. And you know what it sort of underscores to me is, for a guy that was criticized so much by LSU fans, and I understand that he was targeted by other teams, and that seems sort of natural when you have Derek Stingley on one side. Like, you look at 2019 as true freshman year, last year as a sophomore. You had Derek Stingley on one side. Elias Ricks was a number 1 corner. I mean, where are you going to go? Are you going to go against Flott with those being your options? But the other part of it just underscores how bad that scheme was a year ago, where this amount of talent, Derek Stingley, Elias Ricks, Cordale Flott, Jay Ward, I mean, all the guys that they had in that secondary last year is to be historically bad. Just underscore, bold print, like exclamation point, how awful that scheme was a year ago, when one year to year, you exit Bill Bush, exit Bo Pelini, enter Durante Jones, focus Corey Raymond, and boom, Cordale Flott as a junior is statistically the best slot cornerback in college football. It's been a month. You got a long way to go, I understand it, and there's going to be other challenges, but that's an amazing attaboy for Cordale Flott. It also underscores, like, the next generation of DBU is in really good hands. Stingley will be off into the NFL draft this spring, but Ricks is back next year. Of course, McGlothern has been really fun to watch on the outside. Cordale Flott as a junior, I mean, he keeps playing like this. He may have a decision to make at the end of the season about the draft. Or maybe he comes back for a senior season. That remains to be seen. It's premature, but what a breakout year for Cordale Flott. And all the other guys that are there with Jay Ward at safety and the guys that are all in the queue right now. But I'll tell you, one thing that does, when I was looking this back up today, that makes you go, a little bit. LSU only signed 1 cornerback last year. They only signed 1 in the class a year ago. So when you understand that Stingley's gone this year, you could lose Flott this year if he continues at this pace. And after next year, you better believe you're going to lose Elias Ricks and likely Dwight McGlothern as well. You got to go supplement that position in this year's signing class in a big way. I will. One of the things undeniably to watch for the remainder of this season, LSU right now is in the 80s nationally in pass defense at 237 yards a game. Not great. But you did just face Mississippi State, which threw it 62 times throughout the course of the game. And ahead, you have some really anemic pass offenses, like Auburn this weekend or Texas A&M at the end of the season. You're still going to face ULM. So you have those other games that broaden the sample size that are going to bring the number closer to the mean. So how much better statistically will LSU's pass defense be? I thought they were great last weekend. Obviously, you just faced a different type of offense. This will be really your telltale because you are physically much better than Auburn's receivers. And all these guys should have matchups that they win. But if this continues for Cordale Flott, he could very well have a decision to make at the end of the season about the draft. It's been fantastic to watch his breakout. The interception against Mississippi State, I mean, looked like a pterodactyl snatching the ball out of the air. But, LSU needed that. As much as teams are scheming to put some of their best receivers in the slot, look what LSU's doing. You put Keyshawn Butte in the slot to get your best guy on a mismatch. A lot of teams do that. Cordale Flott this year has been up to the challenge, which is great to see. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.